In game three, the Lakers sent traps a number of times, but you guys found some success either on cuts to free up other shots, like either corner threes or dunks. Do you expect to see more of that, and why is that so effective?
Yeah, they're going to. I'm sure they'll continue because they won the last two games, so they think that helps them. I think James is ready for it. I think if we can get the guy in the middle and get the ball in those guys' hands, then we have a chance to, turn their play into something that helps us. So hopefully we'll just keep being more effective as we see it more.
Jonathan Fagan.
Hi, Mike. You mentioned last night that fatigue might have played a factor in the fourth quarter issues, but a lot of that was going on midway through the Oklahoma City series and on. Is there a sense of why the offense has slid back so far in the fourth quarters throughout the postseason?
We're just not getting it done. That's a simple answer. And there are things that we want to try to do and try to, last night it was a question. We had 5 turnovers in the fourth, 5 the first 3 quarters and 5 in the fourth. We just gotta, when it comes to time to win the game, to be more assertive and more careful with the ball and just will ourselves to win. And we haven't done that.
I understand James has to sit sometime. Is there any options on tweaking that or changing it to have him playing in the beginning of the fourth quarter?
Not really. I mean, it's one of those, catch-22. He needs to sit out some so he can be strong. I mean, he came back with 10 minutes. I think we're down 3 in the fourth, so you got to be a little careful because the last 2 minutes or 3 minutes, he's got to be ready to roll, and he needs to get his blows. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll look at it.
Thank you.
Mark Berman.
Mike, can you give us the update on Robert and Danuel House?
Robert's fine. He got hit in the nose hard and a lot of blood, but he's completely over it. He seems to be ready to go. He's here at practice, so I don't see anything at all wrong with him. Daniel, we haven't heard yet.
Tim McMahon.
Hey, Mike. Obviously, you'd rather have Rondo shooting the ball than LeBron or AD, but the way that he's shot the ball, especially last game, do you have to reevaluate the looks that he's getting?
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, he's played great, and that's probably why he has a championship, and that's why he's considered one of the better players. He's been playing really well for them. So yeah, we need to be a little bit more aggressive for sure.
Chris Saltis.
Hello, Coach.
Hey.
Would you like to change the approach of your team in Game 4 after the 2 straight losses on the series against Lakers?
Change approach when?
About the defense and about generally in the game. Would you like to change the approach, or which things would you like to change about your team?
We need to be more aggressive. Definitely defensively, we're in the right spots, but we're not being active in those spots. And we can turn up the heat. We need to turn up the heat. That's what they did after Game 1, where we, willed ourselves to good stuff. Games 2 and 3, they had they willed their way to better games, and we got to match that. And it's going to take a lot of effort, and we'll come at it. But structurally, we'll tweak some things here and there, and how we guard guys, and the liberties we take or don't take, and we'll change that. But overall, when you get these types of, it's a dog fight, and usually the dog with the most fights going to win. So we got to be that dog.
Adam Spolin.
Mike, just to follow up on what Jonathan asked about James's minutes, when you've done it a certain way, when you've sat him at the same times every single game, is it hard to switch up this far into the season?
Yeah. And that's what they get into. And again, we're hypothetically saying something that we don't have the counterbalance. I mean, okay, we change it. He plays the first, the fourth, and then the middle is a complete disaster. So it's like you don't know, and we don't do that. We're successful the way that his minutes have been going. He's been one of the best players, one of the top 3 players every year. So we're not going to mess with that. There's other things that we can look at, rotations or length of it, or the minutes of certain guys. But I'm not going to mess with James.
Brian Bearfield.
Coach, on last night, James talked about the others beating you all outside of Anthony Davis and LeBron James. When you went back to look at the film, can you see where there may have been some ways to make some type of improvement so that a Rondo or a Morris can't get hot throughout the game?
Yeah, we got to. That's probably going to be a key going forward. We can't have, Rondo basically the second half. He beat us, and we have to do a better job on that for sure.
Ben DeBose.
Mike, does it help that the last couple of years you guys have been able to sort of crawl back after these scenarios? 2018, you were down 2-1 against the Warriors. You won the next 2 games. 2019, you were down 2-0. You won the next 2 games. Is that positive experience that you can draw on now that it's 2-1 to say that, hey, this group, a lot of the same guys have done that in the past?
Yeah, 100 times. Yeah, for sure. That's why a veteran team is, they understand you don't get too high after a win or too low after losses. I mean, it's 2-1. I mean, you just got to look at the situation. It's 2-1. And the next game is the game we have to win. If it was 2-1 for us, you gotta win 2 more. So we have an opportunity tomorrow to start winning again, and you only got to look at that only. And those 48 minutes are the most important 48 minutes we played so far in the postseason. So, it's you don't get woe is me, and we're down 1-2, and gosh, I don't know what we're gonna do. No, we're gonna come in with swagger, play 48 minutes of as hard as we can play, and then see where the chips fall. And if we have that attitude, and we strike first, last, and in the middle, then we'll be fine.
We'll take 2 more. Saman Ali.
Mike, you talked about Rondo. It appears you guys in the playoffs have left non-threats from 3 kind of open in favor of doing other things defensively. When a guy is hitting threes like that, does that necessitate like a change in approach?
Yeah, I mean, every team is different, and everything you try to do is a little bit different. But we're not going to do the same thing over and over and over. And then, he's shown us, hey, he's playing great. So we'll adjust to that. Having said that, we know that their focus is, Anthony Davis one-on-one or LeBron. So we got to do a better job all over. And again, the defense has been pretty good. The front that game 2, the game 1 was really good. Game 2, they gave up 17 turnovers for 27 points, so that kind of happened. Game 3, hey, they played well. Rondo played well. LeBron James, first half was, an unbelievable performance. So, we got to be careful about, they're a great team, so you don't just come out and change everything in your philosophy and, oh my gosh, what we're doing. No, we have confidence, and we got to do what we do better, make our adjustments, and follow through 48 minutes, not just 20 minutes or whatever.
Last one, Kim Davis.
Mike, can you talk about, one of the things you said is that it's who wants it more, who fights harder. What do you do as a coach to get that your team has out of them?
Well, first of all, I trust my team. I mean, I trust our guys. And they've been great. Like you said, the last years we've come back. We've seen adversity before. So you trust them. And 2, and just don't get too, just say, guys, put them in and try to put them into a positive frame of mind. And then you rely on their character. It's not me. It's not the words I'm going to tell them. It's what our guys got in their heart. And just trying to create an atmosphere around them where they can find out what they have in their heart. So hopefully that'll be good enough.
Thank you, Coach.